Today I'm going to head out to my garden and harvest some beans. And these beans are Turkey Trail of Tears beans. And I grow beans not because I just like the taste and texture, but it has a lot of health benefits. It fights inflammation, it's a good source of folate and potassium, and it also helps regulate blood pressure. Green beans also help in digestion and boosting the immune system. It promotes healthy bones and aids in weight management, and it also improves heart and eye health. So green beans is such a good thing to grow. And you can also preserve it by freezing and also canning. Well, that's actually what I do. But if you look here, you'll see the beans are growing right under this trellis here, and it just drops down, and I reach up when it's ready and just harvest it and take it inside, and I either freeze them or I can them to store it up for long-term use. And this is a close-up of what they look like. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest all of this, and here it is in this bucket. I'm going to head inside and I am going to prepare this, and I'll show you as I go along what I do and how I do it. So this time I am going to go ahead and freeze these, and before I freeze them, what I normally do is I run them on some water and I wash it in case there's any debris or anything that shouldn't be on there. And sometimes there can be worms or bugs, and I just want to make sure I wash it thoroughly and get rid of it. And then I go ahead and I peel all the strings off the beans that are located on both sides of the length of the beans, and I also pinch off the ends of it. And then I prepare my water and make sure it's boiling. I also have some zucchini here that I'm going to blanch and freeze. And you have to have your ice bath already prepared, so that way when you remove the beans from being blanched for a minute, yes, I put it in there for a minute, and I make sure first that the water is literally tumbling. I make sure I put it in boiling water, and I set my timer for 1 minute, and I go ahead and I dump it in there, making sure that the beans are entirely submerged. Then I dip it into my ice water bath and make sure that it's also submerged in that. I then allow the beans to sit in the ice bath for about 10 minutes or so. I shake it around, I check the water to make sure that the water is not hot or warm, and I shake it around a little bit, make sure the ice is sufficient in there. Then I remove it and I towel dry, and then I vacuum seal and freeze. Now I have done frozen beans before, and I have done it in the way where I harvest the beans, wash it, took off the strings on the side, and pinch off the 2 ends just like I would do if I were to be blanching it. Vacuum seal it and just freeze it that way. But I've noticed after the freeze and thaw to prepare it for cooking, the beans, the quality of the beans were different to that of the beans if I were to blanch it. And so now my practice is just to do it in a way where I can get the best benefits from it, for one, and also the taste is also better. And these are the food saver bags that I use. I vacuum seal them in a 1 quart size bag, and I don't want to put it in a bigger one because I just want to make sure that I don't freeze and thaw if it's in a bigger bag, if I only need a small amount to make a meal. If you have any tips or tricks of how you preserve your beans, please put it in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time right here on Fifi's Journey.